And on the offensive end, again, no Stefan Capetti in the starting lineup, which means that Luke Van Hookum is going to have to step up. We are underway here at Ludwig Field. Long ball looking for Stuart Baines, intercepted. Wildcats have it for the first time tonight. It's a heck of a play there by Brennis, a guy who has played almost 800 minutes on the year. A lot of experience for Marcus Brennis. This could be trouble, though. Here's Stuart Baines with it in the box, cutting in and scoring! A goal out of nothing gives Maryland the lead. It's Kamani Stuart Baines, his second of the season, second of his young career, and the lights are off here at College Park.
Another one of these star-studded freshmen making a play for the Terps. We'll take another look at it right here. It seemingly came out of nowhere. As you said, Tyler, just being aggressive, gets the deflection. Van Hookum with a nice touch inside, and Stuart Baines wastes no time cutting around the defender. Hard hit on the ground in Maryland with a shot we just had a minute or two ago, and then a little bit more
right
on that shot right there. This could be a 2-1 game right now and a lead for the Wildcats.
Credit to Saunders for trying that. Here is Cousins. Back to Saunders. Over the head of Costabile. That's a beautiful ball. Here's Joseph trying to send it across. It gets through. Cousins, long effort. And Lowell denies it. Still loose and headed in. And Villanova have tied the game just like that.
And there's one of those breakdowns for Maryland that I alluded to a couple minutes ago. Take another look right here. Saunders setting in. Costabile just gets beat on the outside, and so much speed from Brandon Johns, another Maryland native there on the right side. It gets through past Petrera, but then a long-range effort on the ground by Cousins, and to clean it up is Petrera again, his 5th goal.
That tied the game. And he almost had a second one gifted to him on a favorable bounce off of a Maryland player there. Griffith trying to head this forward. Can Riley get there? He can! Max Riley in on goal, the chip! It's still loose, and Capetti is going to put it home! His second goal in 2 games, right off the bench, right into the score sheet, and Maryland has the lead again.
And that's why you put Stefan Capetti on the field, but that play really made by Max Riley. The speed to get up there and get that touch. Tries to chip Dickey here with this first shot. Tries to go over the top. A great save right there by Dickey, but Capetti right there, right place, right time for the Terps. Their second goal here in the opening half. Darn.
Max Riley, for as physical of a player as he is, I don't think I've ever seen somebody wear smaller shin guards. I mean, look at that. He's getting his feet in there. I don't think he cares. Just reckless abandonment for his poor shins.
Very tough player up front for Maryland.
There's Cousins trying to send it into the middle. That's a great ball. It's still loose, and it's in. That's Brandon Johns, who has tied it at 2.
We just talked about if we're going to have a shootout. I think we can confirm now. This one, the offense is certainly not over. Seeger comes in cold after Lowell gets injured. This is all about the touches for Villanova. Great ball inside. And then Saunders didn't quite have the angle for the shot, but it was Johns coming in behind him for his first goal of the season.
And another Maryland native. Brandon Johns is from Waldorf. He strikes. Again,
right there signaling the fingertip motion.
I think that Dickey didn't really realize where he was in relation to the goal, but again, better safe than sorry. Here's the ball whipped in. The header is in. That's Bjart Thiessen who scores. And it's 3-2 Maryland.
Absolute pandemonium here at Ludwig. The 5th goal of the half. Thiessen with his first in a Maryland uniform.
And that goes back to the mistake there by Dickey. If he let that go, it would still be 2-2. That's a fantastic header. How about Thiessen coming off of the injury list? And he finds the back of the net.
And that's where being 6'5", can help you in a spot like that. Dickey caught flat-footed. This 1 goal difference at this point in the game.
This is Garcia. He's got some room. Villanova has rose to the occasion, provided an equalizer now twice, looking to do it for a 3rd time. This is Rika getting it back. He'll shoot and score, and we're tied again. 3-3 here in the first. And a man who has played every minute this year, the captain, will net his first of the season.
What is going on? We're just running out of words to describe what's going on. The 6th first half goal tonight. 3 for each side. We take another look at it. Great backwards touch right there by Petrera. Rika goes right to net. Upper 90 there on the left side. Terps defense left speechless.
That's teasing a big boot. And that is how this unbelievable first half of soccer is going to come to a close. 2 teams that have struggled to score all year long have all of a sudden figured it out, and then some. We've got ourselves one heck of a soccer game. But here we go. 6 goals in the first. How many in the second? Van Hookum getting in there immediately, causing some trouble. That's out of play for in the second half. Here's Petrera. He tries one from distance. No trouble there for Seeger.
That's something of note. In the first half, Villanova never led in that one. Maryland struck first, then it was just back and forth. Nova scored, Maryland scored, Nova scored, Maryland scored, Nova scored again. So the fact that it's 3-3 and Maryland's been the only team with a lead is something that could really play out here in the second half. But also, if Villanova's able to strike first, how is Maryland going to respond? Because Villanova's been responding really well.
Here's Capetti, Van Hookum. That's Capetti to finish it off. His 2nd of the game, and Maryland strikes first here in the second half. That didn't take long.
Talked about maybe there wouldn't be as much scoring in the second half, but Capetti says, I'm just going to score in the 2nd minute of this second half. And once again, very similar to that first goal he had on the opposite side in the first half. As we take another look, just up in the air, Riley gets it down. Capetti's actually the one that pushes it up towards Van Hookum, and Capetti was right there, nobody in the middle, as Dickey veered off towards the back line, and Maryland leads for the 4th time tonight.
But they've had trouble holding on to leads, Nate. And you know Villanova, they'll fight for it. Leon Kuhl stepping in and taking over. Here's Stuart Baines. He's got a lot of space to work with. Stuart Baines, a header is in! Van Hookum gets his goal, and it's 5-3. How about that ball from Stuart Baines to set it up?
Seemingly looked like he had nowhere to go. It was 1-on-3. Stuart Baines, Dickey in disbelief. And Maryland just continues to find the perfect lane to take these shots.
But look at how much space Stuart Baines is in there. There's nobody near him. And he has time to perfectly set up that ball for Van Hookum.
Villanova had that trifecta of defenders you can see right there, and you can't get much of a better ball. Far post of Van Hookum, the freshman, showing out tonight at Ludwig.
How about goal number 8 here tonight between these 2 teams? So much.
One of the guys that's the unsung heroes of this team. Doesn't get a lot of the recognition, but plays such a crucial part in that midfield.
To have a guy on your bench who's as versatile as Harris is so important to every team. But here's Villanova. Back the other way with Johns. Brandon Johns cutting in, shooting, and scoring! How about that? 5-4, his 2nd of the game, and that was a beauty.
Didn't have any goals on this season coming in. He's got 2 tonight. Gets the deflection right there. Seeger left in disbelief. Villanova cuts it within 1 as we take a second look at it. just comes up from his right back spot. Look at the speed on that play. Going one-on-one with Teasen right there. Gets the angle. Seeger out of position. Gets that deflection off the left side. And Villanova cuts it within one. The 9th goal of this match.
The one that tied that game. Could they get an equalizer here even later against Maryland? It would be the perfect revenge. It's hit low, still loose. Riley gets ahead to it. How about Kulvik coming out? And it's going to be cleared. Here's Stuart Baines into the offensive zone. Kulvik with him. Stuart Baines puts it away. 6-4 Maryland, and that one is curtains.
That is the dagger. The fast break for Kamani Stuart Baines. He's had a phenomenal game. As we take another look, it only took a couple touches. Van Hookum out of trouble, just clearing it. He knows Kamani Stuart Baines has the speed to get past one-on-one, takes the shot with Dickey out of position, and sends Villanova packing.
I cannot believe, look at 96 there in the middle. That's the center back for Maryland who was just down on the turf. How in the world did he find the energy to get down the field and provide an option for Stuart Baines? By the way, if he's not there, that's so much harder for Stuart Baines because Dickey needs to worry about him. That's an incredible play there by William Kulvik, but an even prettier finish by Kamani Stuart Baines.
He had 1 goal in his freshman campaign entering play tonight, and 2. He had the first one and probably has the last one.
How about 10 goals here on this Tuesday night? I would have taken that if you would have told me before it. And with just 2 minutes to go, Villanova needs 2 goals. I honestly wouldn't even be surprised if they find at least one. The way this game has gone. Villanova's got everybody up. Maryland's got everybody back. This is Ricca sliding it. Abe stepping in to intercept. Here's the ball over the top. It's beautiful. It's Daniels. What a save by Seeger. He got a foot to it, and that was enough. And that might be enough for Maryland to hang on.
Seeger got real lucky there. Great touch right there. Seeger just kicks it out. And Maryland is just going to run this down.
Seeger, who came in late to this game in relief. He makes 2 key saves very late in this one. Maryland hasn't scored 6 goals since they went to Audi Field and beat a very good Virginia team. But in that game, they didn't give up 4. I mean, this is unprecedented territory. I'd love to see the last time there was a 10-goal night at Ludwig Field. It's been a very, very long time, I'm sure. That's Seeger there again, and he is going to lay on top of that ball for as long as he is allowed. Woof.
Wow. What a match.
Micah Seeger is taking his time. He is going to send this long, and that will do it. An instant classic here at Ludwig Field tonight as Maryland scores 6 goals. I'm losing count. A 10-goal night for both teams combined, and a sensational night of soccer.
There's really no way to describe it any more than we have, Tyler.